Well, this weekend marking 10 years since Hurricane Katrina made landfall. It ripped apart New Orleans, killing nearly 2,000 people.
Thousands of people also fled to Knoxville to wait for that storm to pass. Some returned to Louisiana to really find nothing. Some actually decided to settle here.
WATE 6 On Your Side reporter Brandon Rook caught up with some of those families at New at 6. They tell us how Knoxville has become their new home after 10 long years.
More than 4,000 evacuees came to Knoxville because of Hurricane Katrina. Over the years, many of them left, some going back home to New Orleans, but others have stayed in Knoxville since the storm. I caught up with two families that say East Tennessee is a great place to call home.
I'd never seen anything that devastating.
Hurricane Katrina was one of the deadliest and most costly disasters in U.S. history.
It has been worse, much worse, Hurricane Katrina. Now,
many evacuees came to Knoxville, like William Butler and his family.
I know it had water everywhere. It was all messy and sludgy and stuff.
Looking at photos of the damage to their old home caused by Katrina, they're thankful to be alive and to call Tennessee home.
I believe that God led me here.
After being relocated, Butler is now a pastor at Rock of Ages Baptist Church in Morristown, and he and his family are living in this beautiful home in Carnes.
This is home.
And in a matter of 20 minutes, it's all gone.
For some, it's still sad.
And this is what you come home to 6 weeks later.
Thinking about what happened still fills Sean Fuqua-Hiver with emotion. We've been following Hiver's transition to Knoxville for a few years now, and the CFO at PR firm Moxley Carmichael says she can't believe it's been 10 years.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
Over the last decade, she and her family have been loving East Tennessee.
I have a new home. We built our home in the Boyds Creek area in end of 2005. We started building.
And she's since married a childhood crush.
I actually had a little bit of a fairy tale type story.
Her son, who was 11 at the time of the storm, is now 21 and in school to become a master electrician.
East Tennessee, we couldn't have landed in a better place. I mean, people were so welcoming here.
Knoxville was prepared to help the thousands of evacuees that came in with cots ready for them in the Coliseum.
You forgot about how many hours you was working and what was going on.
Louis Keeling, a volunteer with Red Cross, played a big role in helping people 10 years ago.
It was a big assignment for the city of Knoxville.
Feeding, sheltering, and transporting hundreds, Keeling wouldn't trade it for the world.
It was very humbling.
Many evacuees left, but some stayed and continued to call Knoxville home. And while they may miss some things about New Orleans, like the food, they've discovered what Knoxville has to offer.
I mean, nobody barbecues like they do here in Tennessee.
The Red Cross helped provide shelter for more than 300 people in Knoxville, and close to 2,000 families received food, clothing, and counseling. I'm Brandon Rook, WATE 6 On Your Side.
And there are estimates that Hurricane Katrina caused more than $100 billion in damage. FEMA calling Katrina, quote, the single most catastrophic natural disaster in U.S. history.